How does a lease agreement option to extend work? Imagine signing a lease for a space you love, but wondering what happens if you want to stay longer without signing a new contract. That's where a lease agreement option to extend comes in. It's a special clause that gives you the right to keep renting beyond the original end date. This clause is common in both business and residential leases to give tenants peace of mind and flexibility. The main part of this option is called the grant of the option. It clearly states that you, as the tenant, can extend the lease for a certain period or periods. For example, you might have the right to add one more 2-year term or to 5-year terms. The lease will specify exactly how long each extension can be and how many times you can exercise this right. To actually use this option, you need to follow a process called the exercise procedure. Usually, you must give written notice to the landlord within a certain time frame before the original lease ends. This could be 9 months or 12 months ahead. If you miss this deadline, you might lose the chance to extend. It's important to be aware of these notice requirements to keep your options open. There are often conditions you must meet to exercise the extension. For example, your current lease must still be valid and in effect. You also need to be up to date on rent payments and not be in breach of any lease terms. If you are in default, the landlord might refuse to grant the extension. When it comes to the terms of the extended lease, they are usually the same as the original lease. But sometimes, rent can be adjusted during the extension period. The rent might stay the same, be renegotiated, or be based on market rates or inflation indexes. This helps both parties plan ahead with clarity. After you decide to extend, you might be asked to sign a document confirming the extension. This formalizes the process, but even if the landlord does not sign, your exercise of the option can still be valid if you followed all the rules. There are some restrictions too. The option to extend is generally personal to you and cannot be transferred unless the lease allows it. Also, during the extension, certain rights like rent-free possession or further options might not be available. From a business law perspective, having an option to extend helps manage risks. It gives tenants certainty about their occupancy and helps landlords plan for the future. To make sure everything runs smoothly, both sides should clearly understand and specify the notice procedures, conditions, and terms in the lease agreement. In practical terms, tenants should carefully review the option clause to understand what they need to do to exercise their right. Landlords should make sure the clause is clear about the process and conditions to avoid disputes. Overall, a lease agreement option to extend is a prearranged way for tenants to stay longer if they want to, as long as they follow the rules and give proper notice. It's a useful tool for both sides to plan ahead and keep their arrangements flexible.